And if you're a parent working hard to take care of your family, we'd love to hear how you are coping. Remember, only the facts, no hearsay or rumors, and we're trying to keep things positive. Our number is 334-699-1053, or you can join us on YouTube Live, and you can chat throughout the program.
All right, good Friday afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Ricky.
How y'all doing?
Doing all
Y'all
right.
can't hear me?
No, we can't hear you. What is that, like a lawnmower respirator?
Well, look, here's the reason behind the respirator. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced that he tested positive for the coronavirus this morning. It came right after a video conference with world leaders of the G7. Right after a video conference, he got the corona. So you can't see. Anyway, I thought I'd start Friday off with a little
antivirus
humor.
on my
I'm
computer.
so sorry.
We're fine.
We want to welcome y'all to Wiregrass Strong for Friday afternoon, and we've had a week full of information, some great guests. We got a great guest today, and we also had a couple of press conferences today, which we carried live here on the Wiregrass Radio family of stations, B1053, Magic 93.1, Rock 100.5, and the Rock, 1025, the Q. Miss Amie, how you doing this afternoon?
I'm great, guys. So glad to be here. A lot going on this afternoon, so it's good to be here to update everybody.
And we're going to get right to it here in a minute. Marcus, over in the Magic 93.1 studio, you had a good day?
Doing great. Had a great day.
Great day. Squirrel, what is your name? Squirrel, Rock.
Out with hand sanitizer 100.5.
Gotcha. We all got our names up here, and there, of course, is Dave. Wash your hands, Gilligan, down
Wash
in the
your
lower
dang hands,
right-hand corner. Thank you so much. Again, a wonderful week, and we've brought you a lot of information. We thank you for tuning in with us. We are on YouTube Live, so be sure and go to YouTube Live and check in at Wiregrass Radio, Wiregrass Space Radio on YouTube, and we are live right there right now. And we're going to be taking your calls today at 699-1053, 699-1053. But we're going to get right into the information because we had a big press conference today with Governor Ivey. And Amie, go ahead and take that away.
All right, guys. So a lot going on. A new health order requires the closure of certain non-essential businesses in Alabama. This order is effective starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. and is in effect until 5 p.m. on April the 17th, when a determination on extending the order will actually be made. Now, a previous order concerning daycare centers is unchanged, and earlier health orders regarding on-premise consumption of food or drink at restaurants and bars remains in effect. Except for certain situations that are described in the health order, elective dental, medical, and surgical procedures are to be postponed until further notice. Now, the following list of businesses, venues, and activities will be closed to non-employees or not take place. This includes entertainment venues, nightclubs, bowling alleys, arcades, concert venues, theaters, auditoriums, performing arts centers, tourist attractions, racetracks, indoor children's play areas, adult entertainment venues, casinos, bingo halls, athletic facilities and activities, fitness centers, spas, and I'm just going down the list here. A ton of venues operated by social clubs, activities that require use of shared sporting apparatuses and equipment, close contact service providers also, which this is new today, barbershops, hair salons, waxing salons, nail salons, tanning salons, retail stores are going to include furniture and home furnishing stores, clothing stores, jewelry, luggage, leather goods stores, department stores. This also includes sporting goods stores and bookstores, stores of that nature. So pretty much anything that is not essential to continuing life, like groceries, gas, things of that nature. Also, this is important. The public is reminded to stay home if sick, except to seek medical care. Cover coughs and sneezes, washing hands often. We've been preaching this to you guys for weeks now. Avoiding touching your eyes, nose, and mouth, also known as the T-zone on your face with unwashed hands. Keep a 6-foot distance between yourself and others. And remember, fines can be imposed if you are found to be in violation of these orders from the governor, up to $500.
All right, Amie, thank you so much. Yeah, that came down from Governor Ivey this morning at 11 o'clock our time. And so there you have it. And we're going to talk with our special guest here in just a couple of minutes and really drill down to some of those items there. Marcus, you got something for us this afternoon?
Of course, we have that the House passed the $2 trillion coronavirus response bill by a voice vote this afternoon. So a rundown of the COVID-19 stimulus funds for citizens includes single people earning below $75,000 will get $1,200. Married couples earning below a combined $150,000 will get $2,400. Parents will receive $500 for each child under the age of 17 as long as they were claimed as a dependent on your tax returns. And a reduced amount will be available for individuals and couples making more than $75,000 and $150,000 respectively. Now, the amount will be reduced by $5 for every $100 of adjusted gross income that has been earned. But there will be no payments for individuals earning more than $99,000 or couples earning more than $198,000. So, in other words, single making $75,000, married making $150,000, they're still making that they're still going to get the $2,400. But as we go into $80,000 and $160,000 for married, it goes down to $1,900. $85,000 for single, $170,000 for married, it goes down to $1,400, and so on until you reach the $99,000 income or $198,000 for married couple, where they will not receive any part of this stimulus. Now, the big question is, when will the money arrive? Now, people who have previously received a tax refund through direct deposit will receive their money. They will more than likely receive their money first, possibly within 3 weeks. So that's something to look forward to. So people who received a tax refund through the mail will have to wait longer. They got to print the checks out and mail them to you. If already allowed the IRS to do a direct deposit of your tax refund, then you will be getting a direct deposit for the stimulus. And what they're going to be doing is going by your 2019 taxes. If you have not yet filed your 2019 taxes, they're going to be going by your 2018 taxes. So payment also may be hampered because of the impact of the COVID-19 has reduced the capacity of the IRS. Ricky?
All right. That's they finally did it. Of course, the Senate passed it 96-0 in the evening, late evening, and then they got to it today, and the Kentucky representative did not hold things up. So that's good. All right. Squirrel.
Yeah, man.
Take it.
Well, if you are a worker and you're looking to file for your unemployment benefits, you can do it online at labor.alabama.gov or by calling 866-234-5382. What was that? I'm sorry, I missed it. I missed what you said.
Go ahead, Squirrel.
Okay. Anyhow, Alabama Power customers will not be disconnected and or charged late fees due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So don't worry about that. Customers who need assistance with Alabama Power should contact customer service at alabamapower.com. And if you got a pen handy, write this number down, 800-245-2244. Any other info you need, go to alabamapower.com. And for everybody that is worried about what's going on with CenturyLink, they will be waiving their late fees and will not terminate residential or small business customer service for the next 60 days due to financial circumstances associated with the COVID-19 CenturyLink says they are committed to the FCC's Keep Americans Connected pledge. So they're also suspending data usage limits due to COVID-19 too, by the way.
Me and
That's
Dave
all
were
I got
talking
over
about
on
that. Thank you, Squirrel. Me and Dave were talking about that earlier today. We're starting to see and notice some degradation in the speed and the bandwidth because so many people are using it. But Dave, go ahead.
I was just saying they're opening up those super highways, which is going to make what's happening Sunday night fun for everybody. Time to lift your spirits a little bit. iHeartRadio and Fox has teamed up to put on a concert this Sunday at 8 o'clock Central Time. You can stream it on the iHeartRadio app, or you can watch it this Sunday at 8 on Fox. A lot of artists are going to be performing from their homes. A lot of your favorites. As a matter of fact, one of Amy's favorites, Backstreet Boys, will be there. Billie Eilish is going to be performing. Mariah Carey, Sam Smith, Tim McGraw. Elton John is hosting this whole concert, and they're maintaining social distance. It's going to be a one-of-a-kind concert coming up this Sunday at 8, so make sure you get the family together. It's kind of a salute to pay tribute to the people on the front lines. You know, those folks at the hospitals, nurses and doctors. And gosh, you know, you think about the front lines, it's the people that are cleaning up, that are taking out the trash at the hospital. It's the folks that are preparing the food for the doctors and the lawyers at the hospital. I mean, those to me are the front line. So be sure to tune in this Sunday night and enjoy a little peace and quiet and solace from these artists who I think they get what's going on.
That's right. And standing by, we're going to bring him on the air with us right now. He's been very patient. The chairman of the Houston County Commission, Mr. Mark Culver, he has had a busy day. Mark, thank you so much for being with us.
Glad to be. Well, I mean, I guess I'm glad to be here. I'm really not, but you know,
we could be doing this under different circumstances, obviously. But, it's got to be done.
Maybe we will one day soon.
Well, we have a caller on the line, and caller, if you'll just stand by just a moment, let's go ahead and lay some groundwork here with the chairman. And Amie, do you have a question for Mark?
Well, I know, Mark, there's been quite a bit going on here locally this afternoon with the press conference you guys held earlier. And I know that there's quite a few rumors that are actually out there. And first thing we want to do is go ahead and put some of those rumors to rest with our listeners. So let's talk about some of those.
Yeah, it's amazing. And, you know, I wish I knew how these things get started. People really need to pay attention to the source of the information they get, make sure the information comes from a reliable source, either the Department of Health or the city or county or somewhere that can give them information they need before they act on it. A couple of things I know of, we talked about at the press conference that the mayor had mentioned that he had been called about some spraying that was going to go on citywide. I don't know where that came from. That's not going to take place. We're not spraying. No spraying for coronavirus in the city. Another one that I got a call this afternoon, one of the large contractor stores was issuing documents to their employees so that they could drive on the roads tomorrow when they were closed at 5 o'clock. There are no road closures beginning at 5 o'clock tomorrow. I don't know where that came from.
Mark, what is it that you think people are getting confused with what has actually been handed down from the governor and what could be the issue they're talking about? Is that not martial law type thing? That's not where we are.
That's right. And I think these kind of things are going on in other parts of the country, possibly. I know I saw an article where Florida actually, which is, you know, right here next to us, was, you know, stopping some folks coming in and whatnot. And so maybe some road issues there were getting confused here, but certainly the city and county and state here in Alabama have not shut down or are planning to shut down any roads. We don't have, you know, it could be getting confused with curfews that some places have issued. You know, right across the line in Georgia. I know Early County has done some curfew issues and some others. We don't have any curfews here yet. We are adhering to the Department of Health orders. The new one today created a lot of confusion. Also, I had in the first hour after that order came out, I had over 20 calls. Is this business going to close? Is that business got to close? And so there's just a lot of questions whenever we change something. But we encourage people, if you don't have to be out, just stay home. If your business is one of these that's closing, just stay home. Get your information from a reliable source. You all have the websites and know what the reliable sources are you can put out. And, let's don't make this worse than it already is.
Mark, what would actually happen if there was a business open that is included in those that should be closed?
Well, I mean, there are in this order, there is authorization for fines and whatnot, but I'm guessing at this point we collectively would advise people, hey, you need to be closed. The health order is in place, and it has it's issued by the governor and the state health officer, so it has the power of law. But I'm guessing we would do a lot of advisory opinions first before there were any fines or anything like that. I can't speak for law enforcement, but I would think we would do that first. This is all new to us. This is not like a hurricane or anything that we deal with regularly. This is all new, so I think we would give some leeway and just advise people that they need to close or the order has them closing. This is a pretty broad closing. It's it's a lot of retail companies. You read the list. So there's going to be some questions, and I think we will work with people until we get this figured out.
Hey, Dave, we're going to take a call right after you talk to Mark. Go ahead.
Mark, my question for you is, do you feel encouraged? You're very connected all throughout the Wiregrass all of your life, and you know a lot of the business owners, and you know a lot of the businessmen and women here in the Wiregrass. Do you feel encouraged by the response from them after these orders have been issued?
I actually felt encouraged by them before this order. Mm-hmm. I think we've been very responsive to do what the president and the governor and the health department have asked us to do before it became an order, if that makes sense.
It does.
I think, you look at all of our restaurants and what they've been doing, and putting themselves in peril. We talked about that the other day, about the issues they have and what they're trying to do. But now all these other businesses, many businesses have already sent a lot of employees home and asked them to work from home and asked them to, cut back on. I've got a lot of friends that are working from home, some going crazy.
All right, let's go ahead and get to this caller. Good afternoon. You're on with us at Wiregrass Strong. Who is this?
My name is Fidel Algarin.
And where are you calling from this afternoon?
Hetland, Alabama.
Hetland, Alabama. So proud to have you on the air with us.
How are you, buddy?
You have a question for us?
Yes, sir, I do. It's about the internet address for the online census package for people who have not yet or are actually exempt from paying taxes.
Okay. Have you received your census form in the mail?
I have.
Okay. I believe that the website for you to do that is listed on the actual document that you received in the mail, because we actually filled ours out online.
Yes, ma'am, I did too.
Okay. I think that's
in terms of the money that was approved today for the citizens.
Got it. Do you know, Mark?
I think he's getting census confused with the
Stimulus.
payment today. It really didn't have the bill today doesn't have anything to do with the census. It's we appreciate you already filling out your census, by the way. That's very important. We need to do that. Put in a selfish plug there, but the money that the new package is coming back from is based on tax filings. And I think what the caller is asking, if he was tax exempt or didn't file taxes, how does he go about getting money back? Is that right, caller?
That is correct. I heard that you go online to the IRS website, but I don't know exactly. There's like several of them, so I don't know exactly what to do.
Well, Marcus covered that earlier. This is the stimulus funds for citizens as part of the $2 trillion package in response to the COVID virus. People who received a tax refund through the mail will have a little longer wait. Payments, it says, may also be hampered because of the impact of the COVID-19 reduced the capacity of the IRS. But he said people who have previously received a tax refund through direct deposit will receive their money possibly within 3 weeks via direct deposit. So if you don't get direct deposit, it's going to come in the form of a check.
And I guess what we're saying here is if you don't pay taxes, then I don't know is it fair to say, Mark, that they probably aren't going to receive the benefits?
I don't know that. This is a new bill. I would, if I was the caller, I would go to irs.gov and look on the website. There's a question. I just looked at it. There's a question there about the refunds, and if he clicks on that, there's probably some information there, I would think.
That's what I was going to say. irs.gov, and to be honest with you, the information isn't there yet until it gets through the House and they get all the kinks knocked out of this thing. And Mark, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have heard that there are going to be provisions for what are known as independent contractors.
Right, exactly.
So
they said that you'd have to go if you didn't file taxes in the past 2 years, you were exempt, that you need to go on the IRS website and fill out a form. But I went on there and I was lost. So
yeah,
I was trying to
go ahead and
get more information. I figured it would come later on, but at the same time, I just wanted to say one more thing before I'm dismissed.
Go ahead.
Praise Jesus, everybody.
Praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus. Yeah,
Cadell,
amen.
Cadell, you be good out there, man.
So
and stay healthy and take care of your family. And thank you for calling this afternoon, okay?
We appreciate you.
Yeah, just so you guys know, this is like Mark was saying earlier, this is like a developing situation. Yeah. It's not like they've got an envelope in the office there and they said, okay, this is what we do now. So as things develop, just frequently check those websites, the irs.gov website. Mark, I know that you know several like ADPH.gov is a good one to check on for things that develop, because things are developing pretty much by the minute.
That's right. I mean, that's unfortunately that's been the problem with this. We were talking earlier about this was a hurricane or a flood or some of the things we deal with that are normally disasters. We know how to handle that. This is something we can plan for next week, how we're going to address what we think it is today. This will change 5 times between now and Monday if we're not careful. So it's just very, very difficult, and we're having to adjust on the fly. So it's just unlike anything we've ever had to deal with before. And the bill just passed. The president just signed it an hour or so ago. So we don't really know everything that's in there yet. We're still learning all that. And we know there's a lot of good stuff for our citizens and that need it, businesses that need it. And we want to get it pushed out to everybody as quick as we can, as does the federal government. So
I can tell you guys on the governor's website, governor.alabama.gov/newsroom COVID-19. KIV's folks have put links there to unemployment resources where you can go and file for benefits online there. If you are a small business, you can go in and apply for a SBA economic injury disaster loan on that website. You can also apply for child assistance through this website as well. They also tell you where you can volunteer to donate blood. So many things. Plus, they are keeping the actual COVID-19 updates on this website as well. So it's governor.alabama.gov/newsroom COVID-19. I'll post that on all of our station Facebook pages as well.
Excellent. Go ahead, Mark.
Let me just add to that. We met yesterday, the mayor and I and some chamber folks and other business-related organizations yesterday, and we want to try to get out some local information along that line too for our local businesses. There are 2 or 3 pots of money. I hate to say it that way, but there are pots of money that are available from a disaster perspective. But it's, if you're a small business owner, it is really daunting and confusing, and you're not going to call up the SBA and say, hey, what can I do? That just is that's too much for you.
It's intimidating.
It is intimidating. So we're going to try to get out some information next week to make it easy for our businesses to know where to go and give one concise message to everybody.
That would be great too if y'all do have, I'm sorry, Dave, if y'all do have a website or something that you develop, Mark, if y'all would pass that along to us, because I'm sure there's going to need to be a better way to streamline information locally that would be very beneficial. So, I'd love to know what that is when y'all get it ready as well.
I think
we want to make
the word is going to be
easy as possible.
Yeah, the key word is going to be patience right now, because just like with the tests themselves for the COVID-19 virus, all of these programs are going to take a little time for them to get them lined up. I wanted to say thank you to Knights Wrecker Service. Knights Wrecker usually has this time slot on weekday afternoons for the drive at 5. And they're good folks over there, Dwayne and Jerry and the whole crew. We just want to give them a shout out. I think that was Dwayne on the phone. We never could get to him, but thank you so much for allowing us this period of time, Dwayne, and all your guys and gals over at Knights Wrecker Service, 899-3257. Mark, you're tightening procedures, online renewals for tags and new vehicle purchases and driver's license renewals and things like that. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, this week we've had what we've been calling curbside renewal. Judge Davenport and his staff have been really good about that. That ended as of 5 o'clock yesterday. We're not doing any person-to-person activity with the public now for both the public and our employees. Next week, we will not allow any employees in any county. Any public in any county buildings. So that'll be different. So we encourage everyone to go website, mail. We'll have a drop box out front at the admin building. Now, obviously, our sheriff's deputies and garbage collection and those kind of things will continue. But we're going to even look at possibly, as the city doesn't has, as far as staggering schedules and anything we can do to limit the exposure of employees and public and even employees to employees. That's the only way to keep this from spreading, is to limit the person-to-person exposure. We're asking the public to do it, so we need to do it also as employees.
Let's go ahead and go around the panel here, and let's wrap it up with Mark, the chairman of the Houston County Commission this afternoon. We're getting toward the bottom of the hour. Amie, any last questions or items of interest?
I want to reiterate what we've been passing along for several weeks now. I think there's a misconception because I think I was a little misinformed about it too. Hand sanitizing being more effective than hand washing, and that's simply not true. It's a great thing to do in conjunction with or also with, but nothing actually replaces hand washing and thoroughly washing. I had a friend sharing with me today how detailed, washing every finger, under the palms, under the fingernails, all the way up to the wrist. Like, that is our best preventative, that and social distancing. So I just want to reiterate to everybody how truly important that is and will continue to be important.
All right, Dave's got the science behind hand washing. Look at him.
I've studying up on this. I really have discovering that soap actually breaks the outer membranes of bacteria and viruses. And there was a guy online did a little experiment, and they had some squeeze on germs, fake germs on his hands, and it took him 6 times with every other method until he did it with soap and water and got it clean. So, and what Amie says is true. Wash your dang hands, guys. Thanks so much for being a part of the afternoon. And here's one thing that I want to pass along to us. The social distancing, we're going to forget how important it is to look into somebody's eyes. So if you've got the ability to, say, FaceTime or be able to talk to somebody face to face over your phone, or even if it's 6 feet apart, I think it'll lift your spirits. And if you can't, why don't you make a phone call to somebody you haven't spoken to in a while and just chit chat with them? It'll lift your spirits. It'll lift their spirits.
Excellent. Marcus?
That's a good point.
Well, basically keep informed. Stay informed with us. You can check out our Facebook pages. B1053 is the Facebook page for B1053, of course. The Rock of Dothan for Rock 100.5. And our Facebook page over here at Magic is Magic 93.1-WBBK. Make sure you stay informed. Make sure you're healthy, stay safe, and practice that social distancing.
Excellent. Squirrel, wake up down there, Squirrel. I'm sorry, that's not Squirrel. How you doing?
How y'all doing?
Hey, man.
All right, so just hand sanitizer. Make sure you wash. Keep your distance. Make sure you're keeping that distance. If you're downwind from somebody, turn around. Everyone face upwind, so that way no one's getting all sneezed on. Let's make sure we keep our dating cyber. We don't want to be going out worrying about getting a date. Make it cyber. All this is social distancing. Make sure that just keep people at a distance. And what I've noticed is no one's offended anymore. Everyone is expecting everyone to keep their distance. And I like that.
I do too.
Started to get on the elevator the other day, and it was me and one other fella, and it's one of the only elevators in Dothan, but he got on there, and I just stood there, and we both just kind of nodded, and he rode up and came back down. So no, you don't need to be. If you don't have to, don't. Mr. Mark Culver, Chairman of the Houston County Commission, thank you again for being with us this afternoon. Some very important information, and we appreciate you bringing it along. And as this thing develops, and as we progress through it, you always have an open forum here to come and get that information out to the public, and we certainly appreciate it. Thank you for all the work that you and the EMA and the mayor do over there in keeping us updated with those news conferences as well. We certainly appreciate it.
Glad to do it. This won't be the last time we do this. I appreciate you guys giving us a forum to get the correct word out, and we'll do it some more. I'll see if I can get the mayor to join us at some point and get us both on here or something along that line. But yeah, do that FaceTime and let's don't lose, like you said, let's don't lose person to person contact.
That's right.
There you go. Thank you again. A Friday afternoon, Wiregrass strong. Stay strong, Wiregrass. Wash your hands, keep your distance, and now we have to abide by that new non-essential rule. So we got things to do, and we certainly appreciate it. Thank you for being here, and we'll be back Monday with Wiregrass Strong. We thank you so much, and I want to thank Knight Trucker Service for giving us this forum in the first half hour. Thank you so much.